Hello, my dear friends, and exclusively for my younger generation friends, children, lovable quotes. I would like to share, first of all, needs to say acceptance. What is acceptance? Acceptance of what has happened is the first step to overcoming the consequences of any misfortune. Next, if we explain about acceptance, it is no good casting out devils. They belong to us. We must accept them and be at peace with them. So said by Sir Brent Tracy, the greatest gift that you can give to others is the gift of unconditional love and acceptance. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Now, there is a good quote about action and deeds. What is action? Actions speak louder than words. This is a English proverb. This English proverb is applicable to all of us. The actions of men are like the index to a book. They point out what is most remarkable in them. If we quote very powerful quotes from Bhagavad Gita, nobody can become perfect by merely ceasing to act. And if we quote from Rig Veda, let not the fruits of action be the motive of your actions. Otherwise, you might be disappointed and leave the path of right action. So said by, the next quote is very important, so said by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Unrighteous deeds gradually undermine the very foundations of happiness. And if we quote another important, very important words from Isha Upanishad, what it said? He who knows about actions and knowledges with action overcomes death, and with knowledge reaches immortality. Now, I would like to share about adaptability. What is adaptability? A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself the vessel that contains it. Next lovable quote: perfection seems to be nothing more than a complete adaptation to the environment, but the environment is constantly changing. So, perfection can never be more than transitory. The undisciplined mind is far better adapted to the confused world in which we live today than the streamlined mind. These are the lovable quotes from adaptability. You must not expect to have everything exactly to your taste. Now, what is admiration? This admiration is a very short lived passion that immediately decays upon growing, similar with its object. To love is to admire with the heart. To admire is to love with the mind. Now, if we love to explain regarding adversity and prosperity. What is adversity? Adversity introduces a man to himself. There is no education like adversity. Comfort and prosperity have never enriched the world as much as adversity has. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. He knows not his own strength that hath not made adversity. Adversities strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Excessive charity, excessive penance, and blind adherence to truth lead to adversity. Now, if we say regarding prosperity, a jest's prosperity lies in the ear. Prosperity doth between men and women, seeming clear but seas do laugh, show white when rocks are near. Everything in the world may be endured except continued prosperity. In human life, there is nothing which prospers to the end. Greater virtues are necessary in bearing good fortune than bad. Prosperity makes friends, adversity tries them. We promise according to our hopes and perform according to our fears. Prosperity doth best discover vice, but adversity doth best discover virtue. In prosperity, let us take great care to avoid pride, scorn, and arrogance. These are the lovable quotes. Now, at last, in my mind, I would like to share a lovable poem written by Sir Alfred Tennyson, which earlier I shared amongst all of you. This is lovable poem for us. In love, if love be love, if love be ours, faith and unfaith can never be equal powers. Unfaith in oust is want of faith in all. It is the little rift within the lute that by and by will make the music mute, and ever widening slowly, silence all, the little rift within the lover's lute, or little peated spick in garnered fruit that, rotting inward, slowly moulders all. It is not worth the keeping, let it go. But shall it? Answer, darling, answer no. And trust me not at all or all in all. Next, a small lovable poem written by Sir Andrew Marvell. The title of the lovable poem is To His Coy Mistress. Had we but world enough and time, this Queen's lady were no crime. We would sit down and think which way to walk and pass our long love's day. Thou by the Indian Ganges side shouldst ravished, and fine I by the tide of Humber would complain I would love you 10 years before the flood. And you should, if you please, refuse till the conversion of the Jews. My vegetable love should grow vaster than empires and more slow, and 100 years should go to praise thin eyes, and on their forehead gaze 200 to adore each breast, but 30,000 to the rest, and age at least to every part, and the last age should show your heart. For, lady, you deserve this state, nor would I love at lower rate, but at my back I always hear Time's winged chariot hurrying near, and yonder all before us lie deserts of vast eternity. The beauty shall no more be found, nor in the marble vault shall sound my echoing song. Then worms shall try that long preserved virginity, and your quaint honor turn to dust, and into ashes all my lust. The grave's a fine and private place, but none, I think, do there embrace. Now, therefore, while the youthful hue sit on the skin like morning dew, and while thy willing soul transpires at every pore with the instant fires, now let us sport us we while we may, and now like Aramonas Amorous birds of prey, rather at once our time devour than languish in his show-chipped power. Let us roll all our strength and all our sweetness up into one ball, and tear our pleasures with our rough strife through the iron gates of life. Thus, though we cannot make our sun stand still, yet we will make him run. Another one more lovable small poem. Love me little, love me long, written by Sir William Wordsworth. Love me little, love me long is the burden of my song. Love that is too hot and strong burneth soon to waste. Still I would not have thee cold. not too backward, nor too bold. Love that lasted till its all fadeth not in haste. Love me little, love me long, is the burden of my song. If thou lovest me too much, then I will prove as true a touch. Love me little more than such, for I fear the end. I am with little well contained, and a little from the scent is enough with true intent to be steadfast friend. Say thou lovest me while thou live, I to thee my love will give. Never dreaming to deceive while that life endures, neither and either after death and sooth, I to thee will keep my truth. As now when in my May of youth this my love assures. Constant love is to moderate ever, and it will through life persevere. Give me that with true endeavor I will it restore. A suit of durance let it be for all weathers, that for me, for the land or for the sea, lasting overmore. Winter's cold or summer's heat, autumn's tempest on it bit. It can never know defeat, never can reveal such the love that I would gain, such the love I tell the pain. Thou must give or woo in vain, so to thee farewell. Love me little, love me long, love me little, love me long, love me little, love me long. Thank you, dear friends. Again, see you in the next phase of evening time. God bless all of you, dear friends. In this way, I love to lead my life with the English poetry, valuable, important quotes, Hindi literature, Bengali literature, Urdu literature, and music too.